Hey everybody, what is going on? So in this video, we're going to do something a little different. Okay, we're going to start off a little differently, but basically in a nutshell, what we're going to talk about in this video is that new hard ticketed event at DCA, Disney California Adventure, that's essentially going to reopen the park to the public. And it's going to be like a food and wine festival, which is going to be super, super exciting. I want to talk about that. And I also want to dive into the overall topic of alcohol at the Disney parks. Should it be allowed? Should Disney even be doing this kind of thing? What have you? I'll give you my view on that. But before we do that, I'm going to give you guys a little something different today. I thought it'd be kind of fun. It was DCA's birthday yesterday, 20th anniversary yesterday. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to celebrate the occasion with a little bit of a mini beer review. Okay, now I got a little something here. It's called Anchor Steam Beer. Okay, now this company, I guess, has been making beer in San Francisco since 1896. So it's a California-based company. That's actually why I picked this one. I've never tried it before, but I figure since we're celebrating DCA's birthday, I'd go with a California beer. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this open, and we'll give it a little taste, and we'll see what it's all about. And it's from the Anchor Brewing Company, by the way. So here we go. I'm gonna open it for all you ASMR people. All right. So there it is one more time. Anchor Brewing Company, Anchor Steam Beer, and smells pretty good, actually. Interesting. Actually, it reminds me of, if you guys have ever had like a Newcastle, that's pretty much what this tastes like, which is good. I like Newcastle. I actually do. I like Newcastle, but that's very much what this tastes like. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. That's really, really good. It has a really rich flavor to it. Anyway, yeah, I give it out of 5 stars, 3.5, 4 stars. It's a pretty solid beer. But again, it's pretty cool. It's made in San Francisco, so when you buy it, you're supporting California, which is great. Yeah, it's a good little beer. So check it out if you can. But yeah, let's talk about this news yesterday that dropped on DCA's birthday about Disney doing this hard ticketed event, reopening California Adventure for this food and wine type of festival. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share you my screen real quick. And there was an article here by Disney Matters. Now, I want to say right off the bat, Disney Matters is a friend of the channel. They've been real supportive of this channel, so definitely check them out. They're a great source of Disney news. Of course, I'll link this in the description below, but you got to check these guys out. They're awesome. They really are. So it says here, Disney California Adventure to introduce a ticketed experience coming in March. So I'm going to skip to this right here. This is kind of the meat and potatoes right here. So it says here, currently planned to begin mid-March, we will debut an all-new limited time ticketed experience focused on our world-famous food and beverage offerings from around the resort, the latest merchandise, and unique carefully crafted entertainment experiences, said Disneyland President Ken Potrock in a written statement to cast members. Guests, once again, will step into a magical Disney environment, an environment that will provide memorable and fun experiences our guests have been craving. All right, so this is actually very, very interesting news. And yeah, I mean, look, I support this at 1000%. I've been saying this for a long time that I think that the theme park should reopen, obviously with safety measures, wearing a mask, social distancing, and being really, really careful. But I do think it's time for these parks to reopen. And while this is not a full reopen, it's a good step in that direction. And they're going to be recalling, I think they're going to bring back, like 1,000. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but they're going to bring back like 1,000 cast members for these events, which will take place, several days of the week for a limited run. Hey, look, it supports our cast members. You know, a lot of them will be working again. That's great news. It supports, you know, Disney, the parks division, which is good. You know, this is something that we all love. It's gonna bring in money for the division, which only helps the company and us as a guest, as fans, right? It helps us as well. It's a win-win all around. And I'm confident Disney will have the safety protocols needed to pull this kind of event off. So I'm super excited. I really am. I might do it. I might do it. Yeah, I might do it. I mean, it's a hard ticketed event. We'll see how much it runs or whatever, but it's interesting. Definitely. Just to be back at DCA though, I think would be a really cool thing. I really miss, it's been a year. Actually, a year since I've been to the park. My last time at the parks was like the end of February of last year. So I'm really missing both DCA and Disneyland. So it'd be really nice to get back into the park in any kind of form or fashion. Now, I wanted to talk to you. I'm going to go ahead and remove my screen share. And I also wanted to get into the subject of alcohol at Disney parks. This has been a contentious topic for fans for many, many years. And a lot of fans, you know, look, and they have a valid point, right? Walt Disney said, you know, he stated he didn't want alcohol in his parks. Okay. Now, in my opinion, I think that we shouldn't really latch on to that opinion because obviously, look, Walt Disney wasn't anti-alcohol. Okay. The man drank and smoked. Okay. It had nothing to do with that. I think really Walt's primary motive with keeping it out was really for an image of the park, this new concept that he has for the general public. And leading up to Disneyland, a lot of these seaside piers and carnivals, you know, the alcohol was flowing and they were kind of trashy places. So I think Walt wanted to like disassociate himself with the alcohol and the trashiness of those other parks. But a lot has changed really since 1955. And Disney now has been, you know, serving alcohol at their parks for quite a while. And it hasn't tarnished, in my opinion, it hasn't tarnished the reputation of Disney parks. They're not seen as like these trashy places or whatever. They've really handled it, in my opinion, very well. I mean, I've been to the parks countless times, you know, and yeah, I see people drinking. I see people loud and laughing and having fun, but I don't see too many instances of like bad behavior with the alcohol, associated with the alcohol. I see a lot of loudness and laughing and joking, but not so much bad behavior. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is like I'm not saying that there's no bad behavior. I'm sure people have gotten drunk at Disney and have misbehaved. Absolutely. I'm not trying to say that, but I think for the most part, Disney and its cast members do a phenomenal job at really controlling this situation with the alcohol. And I have no issues at all with Disney serving alcohol at the parks. California Adventure, totally fine. And they started serving alcohol now at Disneyland, you know, for Oga's Cantina over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I would even be, and again, this might be an unpopular opinion, I would even be okay with them expanding the alcohol offerings at Disneyland. Again, do it maybe like in just a sit down restaurants or something like that, but I'd be fine with it. I would be totally fine with it. Times change. You can't latch on to every single thing that Walt Disney said because look, Walt Disney also allowed smoking in his parks. So if we're going to latch on to the alcohol and say, well, Walt didn't want alcohol, so we shouldn't have it. Well, then should we bring back smoking? Because Walt allowed that. So should we latch on to that? You can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? So I think the best thing that we can really do is sort of look at it from a perspective of like the situation today, with today's society, today's situation, and kind of gauge it from there. And I think Disney's doing that. And I think they're doing a really good job of it. 100% okay with alcohol in the parks. But what do you guys think? What do you think about this Food and Wine Festival coming? This limited time event coming to California Adventure. What are your thoughts about alcohol at the Disney parks and overall broader subject? I would love to hear from you guys. Oh, and also, what do you think? Have you guys had the Anchor Steam beer made in San Francisco? Have you guys had this beer? I liked it. I thought it tasted a lot like a Newcastle. I thought it was a pretty decent beer, but have you guys had it before? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. comment below. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have an adventurous day.